Hey, what's up, guys? Alex here. I hope you all are doing well. So, I can't remember the last time I properly responded to your comments, but that's because I have been very busy with life. Once again, I recently finished my final exam, so now I'm free. However, I have been busy with other stuff, not just making videos, but I've also been visiting a very close family member in the hospital as of late. So that's kind of taken up a bit of my time. But I've still been making videos. But when you enjoy doing the stuff you really love to do, it's mentally and physically exhausting. And I've been there before. I have spent like average 4 or 5 hours exploring the city, making videos. Sometimes on average outing, I'm at like what 7 or 8 subway stations, or just riding 5 to 6 bus routes. Like that's just very typical of me nowadays. And also, with everything that's been going on, sometimes it's just good to take a break from interaction with your community. I mean, it's not like I'm ignoring y'all or anything, but sometimes life just happens. So here I am on this late Thursday night. Unfortunately, the Raptors dropped a game 5 of their first round series, and their season is now on the line, heading home to Toronto for game 6. I know the game ended 90 minutes ago, but I was also watching overtime of the Flyers and Penguins game. I was really hoping the Penguins would force a game 7, but nope, that did not happen tonight. So Flyers are moving on to round number 2. So yeah, I've been following a lot of the NHL and NBA playoffs as well. But yeah, big game for the Raptors on Friday. So yeah, guys, I apologize for being MIA with the comments, but I certainly haven't been MIA with the videos because I've been uploading them. I'm still uploading them every day, sometimes even 4 times a day because I still got my subway station explorations and also my discussing transit series, which I'm gonna try to work on in the coming months. So oh yeah, and by the way, we are almost at 4,900 subscribers, which also means we're getting very close to the big 5,000, and I already know what I'm going to be doing for my 5,000 subscribers special. Or sorry, special. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, I misspelled there. But anyway, let's get to your comments. Oh yeah, and yeah, 168 notifications. Probably over half of these were comments that I've just left unresponded. Although I have read just a few of these, but yeah, let's see what you guys have for me tonight. So let's refresh this page here and see if we got any new ones. So we might see some familiar people. So, the video I posted this evening, here's Nikki's experience, a fellow YouTuber. There is a house in my neck of the woods that still had its Christmas decorations up fairly recently. I think it was late last month, early this month when I saw it. Some people like to keep their decorations up year round, I guess. Yeah, I kind of seen the same thing too. And here's Kevin, who was in Toronto this past weekend. I actually ran into him just by coincidence. I enjoyed this video. I really like Roselle Station. It's a nice area to walk. Yeah, thank you, Kevin. I did a separate video on that station. I think the same day I filmed this. And Toronto, dude, he's always commenting. I'm still very disappointed in how long this LRT took to complete due to the delays. Um, Sometimes he just repeats the same stuff over and over again. It's like I don't disagree with it, but um, again, sometimes he just overdoes it. But it's not really an example of trolling. It's just I don't know. That's just me. And now this guy is asking, do I plan on going down to Long Mills this weekend? Uh, Probably not. I was last there in December, and yeah, I just have no interest in going there. Fuck Long Mills. Hey, Miles from Mr. Transit Fan, and yeah, look, here's the comments on this evening's video because I ran into him today while I was heading to the grocery store on the westbound LRV. I think it was Avenue Station he got on because that's where he lives, and he only rode it one stop, or actually no, 2 stops. Yeah, just a very short chat. But it was nice seeing you earlier today. It's been a while, man. And also, on my disgusting transit video, if the SRT didn't have any of those problems when I first opened, then this would have been built. Well, I mean, they were planning on building this line back in the 1980s, pretty much around the same time when the Scarborough RT was under construction. Just again, just check out this video. And now it looks like subway's train. Yeah, because half of Line 5 acts like a subway. Now the trains are going like freaking 80 kilometers per hour. So it's really good to see. Arriving at Summerhill. Yeah, because I started the video on board of a subway train. And that was actually this was my very first time at Summerhill Station. That was when the elevators were just put into service. We have one of our OG viewers from New Jersey. I always enjoy your elevator videos, but this one I enjoyed a little more extra due to recording it back on my birthday. Oh yeah, because yep, January 11th. Happy belated birthday! I know it's been 3.5 months, but yeah, hope you're doing well. And now here we have a 1-year-old video on the 45 Kipling route. I don't see if he's going back to Queensway anytime. Yeah, I'm not sure. I was expecting a lot of like route shufflings, if especially that line 5 is open. But I don't know why that hasn't happened yet. But I get your points. There's Boom Productions here. I rode that line many times. Are you talking about the LRT? I hope you are. and And there he is. There's Toronto Dude. Once again, he's commenting on one of my older. Again, I'm sorry, dude, but it's a little bit annoying that you're still that's that you're commenting on my older videos that don't really have enough relevance. And I've also seen the similar comment too, like the 55 127. I'm sorry, man. Stop. Like I get your points. It's not like I'm disagreeing with you, but you gotta stop with all these constant comments on my older videos. I mean, it's not relevant anymore. It really isn't now. And now on the Summerhill Station video, it'd be interesting. The new secondary exit became an interchange for Alto. If Summerhill is chosen as the Toronto terms, assuming there's no space for HSR Union. Even if not, it could be an interchange for a potential Midtown Go corridor along with DuPont. Yeah, I'm thinking of making a video discussing the Alto project. I have to do a lot of research here. Because it's so complex. But what I can say is like, as much as I think high speed rail is much needed, the fact that it's very expensive is just it's questionable. It's 3 billion, I believe, could be more than that. It's one of the most expensive high speed rail projects in the world. So yeah, the cost of something I really don't agree with. But you have some really good points. I kind of see what's route in the 158 and going to Wilson in the future. Whenever Mount Dennis we rent to Wilson. All right. And to be honest, I think TDC should let the 35 Jane the way it is. Ask my cousin Richard because he lives near Jane Street, and he absolutely hates how the regular 35 has been split. He is not a fan of it. I think I've had this discussion with him on my last live stream when I was over at his house, but I can't remember. But he's already complained to me about that. But keep in mind the 935 is unchanged, so it's still like a one-shot ride from Pioneer Village to Jane Station. But yeah, they cut the 35 in half, so now it's just the 35 from Mount Dennis to Pioneer Village, and then the 27 Jane South from Mount Dennis to Jane Station. So that's where it's been. I'm not really sure if I agree with this comment though. Now, the TTC should do a pilot project above the safety platform doors. They should install them at Union and Shepherd West Station to see how they perform. Well, they were supposed to do that for Dundas Station, I think last year or year before, but it would cost $1 billion. But looks like that's about to happen. I don't think they should install those at every subway station. Maybe just the downtown stations, right? Like especially the U portion of Line One. I think that obviously that's very well needed because unfortunately, again, in recent years it have been pushings onto the tracks and also and also debris falling on the tracks, and also idiots just walking on them. It's very annoying. And I'm not sure why this guy is putting a timestamp on a nearly 4-year-old video. And look, same thing. Look, same thing for this one too. What's the big deal? What is really the big deal with with that? Seen those bus when I was a toddler. Oh yeah, the OG diesels. And then one oh, I guess I got a pronunciation wrong here. So it's actually pronounced Shaftesbury Avenue. So the E is silent. I didn't know that actually. So I guess now that adds to the list of names, street names in Toronto that are pronounced very oddly. Yeah, and now Toronto Trans Peter is just acknowledging me here. Great catch. And now we have someone that's commented on my light metro. Sorry, my Etobicoke light metro video here. Um, I'm gonna go back to those comments and properly reply to them. I'll just see here though. The southern portion of your light metro is the same route the Ontario line is expected to take from Kipling Station at Pearson up to Highway 7. Based on internal provincial plan documents, the Ontario line is expected to form a loop, and the western portion of the loop is similar to the routing of your proposed light metro. Couldn't agree more that the LRTs could have been built in the GTA or in Anakin in many respects. If we were studying the most cost-effective way to transition the LRTs to light metro, but if they're converted to light metros, and who knows if this is possible or how time-consuming it will be, then the new Finch light metro should be extended south to cover the northern portion of the proposed route. Okay, good take. And I would totally support a fully grade separate LRT right down the middle of the 427. Okay, I guess so. I guess so. Storage and maintenance. If you're referring to that line, I actually haven't. I know I haven't even thought of that. I'm not sure why, but actually there was space south of Kipling Station where there's like an unused rail corridor that was also supposed to be a site for like a future Line 2 subway um yard, but again, nobody has talked nobody's talked about it lately. Now that I thought about it, the 73 rail yard doesn't need its own express route. Yeah, I mean, again, this guy has some very good proposals. I'm sorry if I'm going off here, but you're overdoing it, bud. You're absolutely overdoing it, but I still you have good points. And now we have some random dude commenting on my New York City bus ride. Sometimes I get these weird dumb comments that I just don't like. Like, listen, if you're gonna make a comment, just don't ask me dumb questions. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna come back with you with a lazy response. Like, what really irritates me is when people leave comments, like they ask me like simple questions, and it's like you haven't even watched the whole fucking video yet. It's like, come on, man. Like, use your common sense. I've already spoken about this. I'm impressed with myself right now because I know every bus route in the city, and I always have known since I was a kid. Even when the old express routes were existing until 2018. Yeah, same here, man. And we have another. Looks like this is an older video. Let's see what year this is from. I'm very curious. 2023. Okay, looks like I passed this viewer's place. Is it on for Valley Court? It has to be. No, Teasdale Place. All right, that's right next to Victoria Park Station. Love the idea, thank you. It's a shame the Etobicoke RT plan fell through. My area could have gone good transit, but instead we're stuck with buses until the Line 5 extension hopefully opens. Also, at 311, I would call Lamar and Grove South Station Willow Ridge to reflect the neighborhood in the area. Okay, not a bad idea, but once again, that applies to like Metrolinx naming conventions, right? Uh, on the for the Line 5 stations, they've named some of the stations after the neighborhoods, and people don't actually refer to them as that. Like they don't call they don't call the area Dufferin Eglinton Fairbank, but yet they decide to rename the station Fairbank instead of Dufferin North. But I mean, I'm fine with it because I mean I'm biased, right? I live in York, so you know I get where you're coming from. And all 1229. As a Etobicoke resident myself, I appreciate you making this video and talking about this particular project. There's no one else besides Metro 6 talked about. Yes, I am subscribed to this guy. In fact, I recommend you guys check him out because obviously he does way better transit planning videos than I do. Yeah, he's talked about that project, and I watched the whole video, and it's actually inspired me to make my own video about this, right? The Etobicoke Line is one of the most underrated proposed transit projects. It just doesn't get enough spotlight. One day it could happen, but like I said, I'm taking inspiration from the Montreal REM and the Ontario line, which of course are both light metros. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Great concept. Also extends to Sherway Gardens and Long Branch. Disagree because line two is line two extension to Sherway. It's even better. So finally, a comment I can agree with for once from you, Toronto dude. I think a light metro would be very beneficial to Etobicoke for sure. I would tweak one thing in particular. I would create a new hub for all transit heading to the airport rather than try to force everything into Terminal 1. Still reading this here. Again, some of your comments are long. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but you guys have some very good takes here. Um, Actually, a couple years ago, Reese Martin, RM Transit, made a video proposing his ideal transit hub at Pearson Airport. His idea is really good. I remember back in like 2017, they were thinking of like proposing a mobility hub at Pearson Airport just for transit connections. That would be really cool. But I really like Reese's proposal. It's amazing. And here we have Fun Video Fan. To be fair, I think the former RT Scarborough RT was better than building an LRT because hey, at least it was actually a train and not a line going in the middle of the road like a streetcar. Yeah, because in my opinion, it was kind of weird just building a Okay, suburban streetcars do exist, right? Especially in Philadelphia and Boston, but at the time Scarborough was a very low density city, so it's since grown, but there's several swaths of it that could really see some development in the future. Can't disagree with you, man. And we have Patrice Sunflower, sometimes giving me the super thanks, and I really appreciate that. The thumbnail and visuals were great, made easy to follow. The Kipling to Pierce Dahmer College really makes a lot of sense, especially for your airport access. Do you think it would have stayed mostly elevated if it got built back then? Yes, I absolutely think so, Patrice. And Toronto Dude also agreeing with this proposal. It definitely should have happened. But yeah, exactly. This is another thing I agree. I've already discussed this in my Eglinton East video, but it should be abandoned and say give the Shepherd subway the full priority. So what the fuck? Like, why do you want to build more glorified streetcars and not give subways a green light? Rockford was right about this shit. Holy bro. Modern again? Oh yeah, because this is a unique elevator that's very similar design to the TDC elevator. I have no idea when this elevator was installed though, probably 10 years ago. And now on the ThyssenKrupp elevator at Pearson Airport. If only it wasn't so outdated and eons, so we need to catch up and stop using the NA elevator standard and just go ahead and use the global standard. It said big shiny buttons and accessible fonts aren't good enough. I'm not really sure how to respond to that, but I get where you're coming from. But here's the thing though. The airport is very accessible friendly, and there needs to be like proper signage and push buttons for that reach the height of people with wheelchairs or mobility scooters and stuff like that. And Toronto, dude, the reason why the 58 Malta was discontinued is because the city thought they merged the 52 with the 58 branches. It would improve reliability, but in reality, it only made things worse with riders being confused with the branches. I remember when the 58 was a route. I used to ride it quite a lot when I used to go to the Walmart and Metro at Keelan Lawrence. But yeah, I wouldn't mind they brought it back because I've been thinking about how the way they structured the 52, and I honestly think the G branch should become its own route, and then you bring back the 58. Again, what is that going to really serve though? If you were to think about this long term, it's probably not going to happen though. The elevator wolf. These trains were manufactured by Doppelmayr Cable Car, just like the ones in Las Vegas from the Mandalay Bay. I and you know what? I don't think I knew that though. The terminal link is underrated. It's a great example of a people mover. And yep, asking me if I got a video of the link train, I sure did. What an epic motor that was for his brand new elevator. Yep. And I was OG Diesel fanatic. I was just on it earlier for my birthday. Did I? I don't think I wished you a happy birthday. I gotta do this right now. Happy belated birthday, man. Hope you're. Oh yeah, and check him out. Great fanning videos. Even though I'm not a foamer anymore, foaming is just uncool. I'm sorry. I used to. I'm not like most people anymore. I respect all of my transit fanning enthusiasts, but fanning really takes a lot of your time, and also people do the craziest shit. I actually heard people trespass onto the North Queen Yard where all the OG hybrid and diesel buses are stored. Obviously, those buses are retired, and yeah, TTC employees and security they have warned that going on that property is literally trespassing. You could be charged for that. So my friend actually admitted that he trespassed onto North Queen. So please do not trespass on private property. It's not worth it. Seems slower than a subway than that train entering a state. Yep, it sure does. Oh, look at this on my old hood here. What? I can't remember when I made this video. Let's see here. When did I make this video? Oh, okay, so it's a little bit recent. September 16th. That's my old neighborhood. My house was on Rogers, and it was a great place to grow up for most of the part until it started a little sketchy in the mid to late 2000s, around the time we moved. I still go by from time to time. I notice how the vibe of the area has changed, but other than that, a lot of businesses are still the same. On the corner where you started the video, there used to be an internet cafe that me and my friends would go to after school to play Counter Strike. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you know, I've made several videos of my area, but I kind of want to make a video explaining who am I and where I grew up, because I have a lot of great stories to share, right? Um, the Kelso Eglinton West District and much of York is very, very underrated. It's not often visited by outsiders, especially, right? Um, but it's a very cool area. I don't miss living there though, but there's some pretty cool gems in Silverthorne. Of course, Rogers Road has been ungentrified. Where I grew up, it was a mostly low density neighborhood. Nothing has changed on Rogers Road. Patrice Sunflower with yet another super thanks. Something about TTC rides at night is just calmer, almost peaceful. Anyone else feel that? Oh, I feel everything about it, Patricia. I really do. And here's Michael Walters. Only a matter of time before college and museum open up their elevators. When that happens, line one will be fully accessible. There's another. You also forgot Spadina Station because that is almost finished too. It's almost done. Very cool. I think I've only been here once in my life while commuting to every station one day for school, including Line 3 Scarborough at the time. Fun memories. Really? How? Okay, well, I hear people doing this sort of thing, but I don't think it would physically step foot onto any subway or LRT station. I'd want to plan to ride the entire subway light rail network at 100% level. Um, I've seen a lot of people do that, and I could do that too. And this is a video on the Shepherd's East subway extension. You don't need two stations at Consumers and VP since we're so close together. Just build one right in the middle of them, presumably as settlers. Saves money in construction as well as daily operations, as well as efficiency of a subway speed service. Um, I kind of disagree. Consumers it's a major commercial hub. I don't even know if that's really a hub, but serves a lot of high density office buildings and of course a low density residential neighborhood to the north. Victoria Park, obviously, Victoria Park is a main street, so and of course that was on the original plan anyway, dating back to 1985. Hey, Anthony Salinas, I think I met this. I think I met you twice, right? That's my high school going currently. Are you talking about Nunberg? Oh yeah, there it is. Nuremberg. You know something. I have a fifth cousin who I don't talk to. I rarely talk to her. She used to go there. Graduated in I think 2013 or 2014, as I mentioned in that video. And on the Jane Station elevator video, I filmed that on April 4th, 2026. Haven't been to Kipling Station since January. I'll go there sometime in May. I'm gonna leave the longer comments on my discussing transit videos for much later. They're very long to read. The Let's Move 1990 subway plan. Yeah, see, like that, like what is that? I've never heard of this before. I'll have to get back to that. And look, here we have a throwback video from 2021, the O train in Ottawa. Yeah, you're not going to do that. Transit system fucking sucks shit. It takes the longer for me to take the transit system from one end of the city to the other than it does for me to take my e-bike. Yeah, I hear the O train has been a shit show lately, right? The trains have been suffering some major wheel problems, and they've had to take half of the fleet out of service. That's why the eastern extension to Trim isn't even open yet. I went to Ottawa earlier this year. Um, no, that's not happening, but I am going somewhere else instead in a few weeks. So stay tuned for that. It was actually because of acceleration. Oh yeah, that was because of the yeah, because of the description. I did note that they temporarily brought the Orion Sevens to Arrow. Of course, I had to get one because brings back memories. One more kind. Right now, I don't see any much Orions for now because for some reason I only see three that are moved according to the source online. Again, just what I said. I wish the 24B was more frequent here in just a school week. And then Queensway. My old home station. I used to take the 85, 985, and 169B and other routes that go to VP and Shepherd a lot. Yeah, nice. And on the Eglinton East LRT video, complete waste of money, which can go towards extend Line 4 to Morningside, Line 2 to Steel. I 100% agree. I know people have made fun of the crosstown and Finch West line as like scams because again, province of Ontario projects and they put billions and billions of dollars to this shit. But this is a great example. Have you noticed that the volume before the announcements has gone down? I was riding one from Eglinton to see if it was way more. Sometime yeah, it's a hit and miss. Um, I think today when I was on the eastbound train, it wasn't so bad, but lately it's been unbearable. It just gives you a fucking headache. It really is. That indicator looks like a Schindler one. Oh, yep, on Otis elevator here. Patrice again. This is on my members only video. I used to have Nesty as a teenager. So refreshing and honestly one of those drinks that just hit perfectly every time. Again, I'm gonna properly respond to them. Metro Alfred, I met him last month when he was in Toronto, visiting from Vancouver. I remember there was a transfer to Zoom bus at this from the station. I wonder what happened to that connection at York University. It was nice running to you on Line 5 some days before his video was filmed. Until 2024, the 501 Zoom bus had an express branch running from Bramalea Terminal to York University, and half of that route ran on Highway 47. So when I went to Brampton, that was like the quickest way there because I just had to take the subway to York University Station and just walk a few minutes to the bus stop, and then boom, I get to Bramalea in literally 30 minutes. Unfortunately, that's been discontinued, so it's such a big shame. Well, not surprising because it's the 407 is a toll expressway. I live on 73 Riverview Garden. I'm pretty sure you won't be walking down my street. I live near Jane. Okay, I guess. I remember I recorded a TTC video in three parts from Hyde Park to Donlands on May 24, 2014. The announcement of the next station is Keel. Oh, so was that a glitch? Was that a glitch? That's interesting. That has happened very rarely. And I've seen this comment already. I'll get back to that later. I agree. A BRT along Ellesmere is already in the works. Oh yeah, I think I saw this too. And Someone suggesting the Western extension. Well, that's gonna be a little priority anyway. So I saw his comments. I saw this one too. That's it. I don't even know how long I've been recording here, but let's see if we have new comments. Nope. Okay, so I'm gonna properly reply them now. Thank you very much for your comments. We didn't really have any dumb ones. It's 11:58. I still have two videos to edit and one to like upload. Hopefully tomorrow will be a more productive day for me. It's gonna be nice and sunny. Um, and yeah, another update. Like I said, I'm gonna be going on a trip in 3 weeks, so stay tuned for that. I'll let my channel members know. But guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your support. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more videos. Check out my others as well, and let's see what May really brings us. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Take care, and gotta get some water. Take care, and good night.